constitutional overreach is happening. He's saying nothing. So what is about political power?
It's an advisor. What do you expect?
He's a national security advisor. He should not allow Steve Zago to go. He should tell the president, Mr. President, you cannot dismiss Steve Zago because he failed to arrest Samuel Tweh. Except Republican, Mr. President, I'm a national security advisor, but I'm also a lawyer. We can't dismiss Steve Zago, Mr. President. I love you, but let's protect this country. That should be debating.
But isn't it true that he advances and the president takes or rejects?
I don't think so. That's why he tells Steve. I don't think so. If he's strong enough, the president will listen. All of them. Listen, if we want Samuel Tweh, Mr. President, we can't destroy the judicial system because of Samuel Tweh. There was a consensus in the government discussion. Since I came on my previous post, paused the judge ruling. The judge told my brother he was about to rule, but then he was rethinking, and the government itself was rethinking. There are two factions in the government. There's a faction that believe we can get Samuel Tweh, but we can gain at the expense of the judiciary and the state and of the reputation of the Unity Party government. There are Unity Party people who say we can destroy Unity Party's reputation because of Samuel Tweh. There are others who say, my man, one is
we don't care.
We don't care.
Whoever goes
That's
down.
the Kun factor there.
Okay,
so,
the Kun factor. In response, you said Kun said he told the justices and other concerns that winning election is more important for the government than protecting the rule of law. This is something
that is it.
You talking about?
But there's no surprise.
You say something like that about the vice president. Is that why he said?
But there's no surprise. The vice president was behind the removal of the speaker. But that's the removal of the speaker. We have moved speakers before, right? And who? Eric Snow.
Yes. Snow.
And Alex Tyler.
Yes.
So the removal of the speaker was not the thing for me, because speakers have been removed. The disrespect of the Supreme Court's decision was the thing. So as far as I'm concerned, the budget that was passed was illegal and was treasonous. And those who passed that budget will one day face justice.
We'll go for a break in 1 second, and then we will come back. We are talking to former Minister of Finance and Development, Samuel Tweh Jr., and today is something like no holds bars. We haven't even got it started yet, and the place is already getting hot. We are talking about the Vice President involvement, grave allegations here against the Vice President. And so let's go for a musical break. 1 minute, not even 1 minute, 30 seconds, and then... Okay. Tell the people, I don't want nobody to come inside again.
Yeah,
okay?
Yeah.
Okay, the break is over. Thank you very much. We are back with Samuel Tweh Jr., former Minister of Finance and Development. So, let me read one more from, we all writing about the Vice President. I'm interested because Vice President holds a very important office, and allegation against him, there are some people who your critics say, you're scared of Kun because he has Nima in his backyard. And so you guys are doing everything to politically destroy him. But this is what you said. My intelligence informs me that the final decision was handed by Judge Figure last Thursday. So you Samuel, you are saying yesterday was not the...
There was a stalemate in the government. There was still talking about the faction that said we don't care. We were the one who disregarded the Supreme Court opinion.
So this article was just an early morning you were putting out there.
I was putting it out there.
Did you think anybody listened to it?
What? Oh, no, the country listened to it. A senator called my brother yesterday. I'm going to call him. And there are people saying I called people names the last time. Mr. George or Ben Sambi. There's no secrecy there for me to protect. There's no confidentiality. But when a senator called my brother to discuss...
So this is something...
My private thing. It doesn't concern Samuel Tweh. My brother relayed that information to me. I'm now under obligation to release it to the senator. The senator called and said, Norris, first of all, this thing here, what we've seen, and we heard your brother talking in the joint. My brother said, yes, it's true. He said, but Norris, we can't allow this to happen because I know the ramification. I know the implication for the country if it happens. I don't think we want Samuel that bad. We can destroy our reputation just for Samuel. I think we're actually elevating Samuel. Some of us will get involved then. Just watch me, we'll get involved.
So why would why vice president should come after you?
No, the vice president believes that it was a secret school. They lie to the Liberian people a lot to They say all kinds of things about Samuel Tweh. Now they have Samuel Tweh in court. The Liberian people are watching. I'm the Minister of Finance for 6 years. They want to link me with corruption. I think one of the mistakes they made is that they're beginning to understand that the Minister of Finance is not an expenditure minister. The public itself is beginning to understand that now. The Minister of Finance,
I want you to put it in simple English.
meaning that the Minister of Finance doesn't spend public money.
Okay.
The Minister of Finance is like my mind. You know, my mind used to divide it. Me and my brother used to be standing over her.
Yeah,
everybody,
you say blessing to the cook and the divisor.
yeah, everybody get a rest. When the Omar get a rest to you, and you go and get a rest to your friend, or you go and waste your rent, you can put it on the Omar.
Whatever she already given to you.
You should give it to you. So you will account for the rest you carry. You're gonna fall, you come back, you waste it, your friend eat more than you come back, you ask you to see the rest, and I think give everybody the rest. So how Minister of Finance look? Minister of Finance, under the rules, divide the country money to ministries and agencies and branches of government, and they could spend it. The law said the minister must ensure that everybody account for that money, but that the people who spending the money are the accounting people under the Public Financial Management Law. So when you come in after Samuel Tweh and say, I gave National Election Commission money or I gave Minister of Defense money, I'm going to account for it, the law does not.
Somebody might argue and say, Minister Tweh, if you have fiduciary responsibility and giving people the money, you should question them. Is that the right way to proceed?
Yeah, there's a right way, but there's a limit to that, because if I get involved in the expenditure activity, then I will be hooked. Like, for example, remember this health, I saw you're discussing those spoon one
Yes.
the Ebola money. Before the Ministry of Health did Ebola, that $75 that we were paying, there was no money in health. The Minister of Finance, transferred $2 million, I believe, to the Ministry of Health under the instruction of President Weah.
Right.
Said, listen, the people want to deal with health, give them $2 million. We gave them $2 million. So MPhil began that. MPhil and said, my man, the $2 million, bring it. Let go buy a computer, me and you. No, I can't get involved inside. The only thing I can do at a committee level, they will come for my approval and say, Minister, the people say they won't buy face masks. Okay, so I think we need face masks. So please approve for them to go take money to go buy face masks. That's my responsibility there. Once the committee certify that there is a need to spend the money for face masks, I don't get into who. So people are now understanding all of this, and these guys are saying, oh, you know, so the consensus is that, oh, we have Samuel Tweh on this thing, he won the case. You know, if the man go and if he wins this case against us, that's Spoon's argument. Of course, Samuel Tweh, we all know Samuel Tweh is an orator. This man stands for the Liberian people, he can talk. And if he's a free man, he has credibility, and they will believe him when he says the government lied. And we will be destroyed in that process. We will be presented as a liar, as liars. So
they're afraid of you?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm told the Unity Party people, they are strategic people.
No, and listen. If Unity Party is not afraid of me, if Unity Party believes that, there's no way Unity Party will imperil the judicial. Listen, the whole judiciary system is petrified right now. The bar, the trial judges, all of them are saying our whole practice has been turned upside down because of Samuel Tweh. That's the conversation today. But let me tell you the implication of this. It's dangerous for the country. That ruling yesterday by the judge has told all jurors, all future jurors, that a command has been issued. No juror should set any CDC former official free or
go to jail.
Or go to jail. That's a choice that has been given to the whole.
It's a marching order.
It's a marching order. So the verdict said, the overturning said, listen, if you are a juror in a high-profile case involving Mawani Dix, Samuel Tweh, any future person, anybody CDC in that, UP in that, any CDC man, and you allow that case, you come and say the people not guilty, we'll send you to jail. So effectively, it undermines the rule of law, and it says all CDC people don't go under that system. That's what has happened here. I'm saying I'm not going to seek remedy through the Supreme Court because I don't trust it there. But that's me. Other people may go. Maybe the only effects I see to this thing is the Supreme Court saying, listen, my brother, I know at the time we're thinking about the implication is too great for the country for us to sustain this, so we have to overturn it. So maybe Braka Kane, you know, who would not normally, Justice Braka Kane, who would normally vote, Mrs. the Chief Justice, Mrs. Justice Kaba, because these are 3 justices on the case now. The 2 female justices recused themselves from this case. They have not been on the case. Justice Wanakoli, because she's related to me in a way through my late friend Thomas now, so our big sister. So she look at it and say, I'm conflicted. If I in a case, I will not be. So she moved herself.
Okay.
Justice.
That's honorable.
Justice Clinton Johnson said she forwarded the case, even though
from the chamber.
Even though there was not a hearing. Some people say she technically. Some people say technically she should not have recused herself because she didn't have the. She didn't hear it. She just took it and forwarded it to the full bench to hear it.
There are no primary decisions that affected anything.
So she could still hear it. But I believe the political nature of this, and I'm told she was promised the Chief Justice position, but because she forwarded that case, they passed over her. That's the politics there. You see that? So the woman, she was supposed to be the Chief Justice.
Making a lot of breaking news.
No, she was supposed to be the Chief Justice. I'm saying, remember, brother, from now on to the 2029, Samuel Tweh is going to be firing. What are you talking about? You just stop it. I'm going to be fired. This is what I was not doing for the 2 years. And they can't do anything. They can come for me right now and put me in jail. I will pull my hair off. Listen, I was afraid to go to jail as a criminal, as a rogue. Because I didn't steal. That would have destroyed me.
No, wait. Initially,
yes.
If you are going to jail with the prevailing circumstances undecided, you would have felt like you're going to jail as a criminal.
No, if I were found guilty.
Okay, if you are found
guilty. I'm destroyed.
Okay.
Who is Samuel Tweh? This is why Jeremiah said, telling people, say, listen, once a man found guilty, I will free him. For him, physical incarceration is a
dent.
Yeah, no. He thinks I'm afraid of physical incarceration, going to jail.
Okay.
He thinks that's a small thing. I am telling him, finding me guilty is the big stake. Because he can tell, he's telling people, say, I will fight to free him. When you find Samuel Tweh guilty, you destroy him.
But there are two evils now.
Yeah.
You were afraid of being.
Yeah.
Do you have a match?
I have the battle here. It's about moral victory. I have had the moral victory. No president, no justice can take that moral victory. The moral victory is that the Liberian people heard that I was not guilty. So it means I didn't steal the money. It means that they were lying on me. That is it. You do any other kind of the judge, I want to travel, go see my children and come back. I'm going to present myself to him to go leave the country. Simple. And come back. I'm not running away. But I'm a free man. Let them stop me. That's where I tell the Liberian people, y'all can't put me in jail now because I'm a free man already. That kangaroo arrangement you're doing on your own. So I'm not afraid. Let's be clear. I'm not afraid to go to jail. I was afraid to be defaced as a criminal. The government was trying to do that. No. Look, even other detectives, you know what other detectives would have done if they wanted to destroy me? They would have ensured that I was guilty. In which case, they're talking, I can't talk it.
You implement that before it happens, and then they have the latitude and they have the leverage over you. If they were going to make you guilty.
Okay, fine. If they were going to make me guilty, then the question was that they already destroyed me now, politically, reputationally. That guilty verdict already destroyed me. The question of whether they free me is not going to be of interest to me, but I will not want to be in jail, but I will not have a moral voice in the country. When the Liberian people say I am not guilty, and the government through a kangaroo arrangement where I will not participate in go and say I'm guilty, I know the Liberian people will know, they will say I will not guilty and I will fast. And when the government leave power, we will go to a process where we eliminate this bogus thing that happened yesterday. This thing will not survive on the book of Liberia because it's dangerous. So after the processes where that whole overturning will be scrapped from the judicial record archives. So as if it didn't happen, you will see that. Because it cannot survive. It cannot survive.
If another administration that you may have part to play, you guys are going to nullify.
We will scrap that from the book.
As if it didn't happen at all.
The judge, the Supreme Court bar, all those people will fight to work. They will work and make sure that tyranny is now over. Let's clean this one. We can't go to a system where you have me. So if she can call radio, she can say, listen, yesterday we went to court, I was part of the jury system, but they found the man guilty. But let me tell you the truth, y'all Liberian people.
I don't want to cause the
trouble. I don't want to cause trouble. They bar me. So let them overturn that verdict. Now what can happen in the country? Now what can start happening? That person will come to a place where they say, that case, it may not be as high profile case as Samuel Tweh. The person will just say, I will go talk here and then, and all judges.
But this will serve as a precedent.
That's the precedent we have here. And it's going to put into topsy-turvydom the whole judicial system. Just because of the one.
We got one more step to go, but then I'll come back to the VP. My last question for the VP on public writing. When the VP was sitting before you, what will you tell him?
I will tell the VP, Mr. VP, You didn't go to the University of Liberia. We understand that. You're not, you didn't, the Gafuans, the Wilmer Pays, the Samuel Tweh, the Depuzo, the Nathaniel McGill, the Thomas Brunner, all these people who went to the University of Liberia, you're not with them. So we understand that one. But don't be guilty about that. Don't be afraid of them. They are your friends. You got to change your political access through election as a representative. You link up with CDC, and then we all work and made you senator. And then you betrayed CDC and you work your way, luckily with the rescue mission, you became vice president. Don't see this, that. Don't think that because you're a vice president and all those people, if Gafran wants to be president, he's your automatic enemy. If Samuel Tweh is not on your side and he got skill, you got to eliminate him. If Wilmer Pay is the Minister of Mines and he's not doing your building bidding, you got to eliminate Wilmer Pay. Kun, you can destroy everybody who you were affiliated with so that your one stands up to be president, you will not survive. That's my advice to him publicly.
So you think the vice president is that bad?
I think that's what he's doing. So he's trying to eliminate the entire... The vice president is behaving like this. You know, the vice president likes to tell story. I've been with him. He likes to tell story about small anecdote. I will use one of his stories here, similarly as he does. He behaves like this guy who comes to the village. He's a poor guy, maybe ugly, like myself, not deserving of the most beautiful girl in the town, right?
Well, you got one beautiful one anyway.
Yeah, we ugly, but we get other attributes. But this guy I'm talking about here, maybe he didn't get anything, but somehow the richest man's daughter is in love with him, with the guy. I don't know what happened, but this girl is fascinated, and she got this guy who everybody in the village said he's not supposed to be with that guy. So they go to the party. And then all the big boys are talking to the girl. Even though she can lead the guy, go be talking to, and the guy sit down and say, if I sit down here and all these guys are flirting with the girl, they will take the girl from me. So I wanted to be in the party, I will eliminate all of the fan girl. But I have Kun behaving. It's a warning to him. Our Jeremiah Kun, our generation has leaders. If you want to be a part of that leadership structure in this generation, the men and women, you earn your place, you're the vice president
for a little while.
It's quite possible the vice president can decide he doesn't want to carry you as vice president of Nima County. It's quite possible if the vice president not carry you. No, George, we are also don't choose somebody for Nima. Nima goes back to 1985 where everybody go fight for vote. It's quite possible. Think about that universe. The vice president can choose that if George we are not carrying somebody for Nima and I'm not carrying Kun, then there's no need to carry Kun.
If President Bwaka decides...
He decides that I want to carry Kun. Okay. There's a movement...
And then George will pick someone from Nima.
No. He doesn't pick someone from Nima also.
Okay.
Then I mean Nima is out of play. Nima is totally out of play.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
They lose out in two ways.
So in other words, he should not take the fact that just because he's from Nima County that it's something that he holding on. Because there's a movement in the party now that's saying the president will not carry him. There's a movement.
I heard the vice president once saying, I don't have to be president. I don't have to be vice president. You think you believe that?
No, I don't believe the way he's acting.
Okay.
But you listen to Wilmer Pay, right?
I did.
You listen to Wilmer Pay. Then the next thing he went...
They just made peace.
No, forget that thing. There's no this.
Samuel Tweh, you can't tell me that. They may make peace with his
brother. There's no peace there.
I don't know, it's my brother or big brother.
No peace in that thing. Forget it. Just take it from me. No peace. You take bread from somebody's mouth. You disable somebody's family. You destroy somebody politically trying to. And then you go sit down to the person. Jeremiah Kun, don't do that. I slept at Jeremiah Kun's house. So Jeremiah Kun can treat your friends like that.
Then he'll give you $3,000.
Yeah, don't forget about that one. But what I mean is...
He's a good friend of yours. You should be.
Look, listen, he says good things about me. The thing, the man telling people say they put one piece, I'm not talking piece, I will just slap your wrist. They're slapping my wrist is actually the destruction of me. So him slapping my wrist, me, I'm a bit guilty.
I get the picture.
Yeah, let me just be guilty, then I will...
May just be guilty, then at least...
Yeah, because he tell people say when I become president, Samuel Tweh will be one of the closest to me. I don't doubt that, let me be honest with you. But he's Machiavellian. He wants to destroy Samuel Tweh politically.
No, Machiavelli. I know the story of Machiavelli.
You know Machiavelli.
I know.
He destroyed Wilmer Pay already. If Wilmer Pay is not a minister of mines, so this guy sees Wilmer Pay as the minister of mines, Wilmer Pay is on the IMCC, the committee that decide investment in the country, in natural resource sector. I'm telling you that. The fight now is to get Gafran from there. Gafran may not survive as a minister of finance up to next year. I'm saying I'm hearing that he's thinking about leaving because of these fights. I will encourage Gaffer not to leave, to stay there and fight for the country. But I'm hearing that
that would be a blow.
It would be a blow to Bwaka, but it's not a blow to Kum.
It's going to be. Let's go for a break. Go to the team song and put my microphone down there. Let me see.
We're talking politics now. We're talking. Someone comes out talking.
No, somebody. What a man a drink. After we got it, somebody. What man? I just look at me. You're not drinking nothing. Oh, I don't know. Somebody open it. Yeah. Open it for him. Yeah. Somebody open it for him. Open it for him. Myself, I want to drink too. You want me to get you some water too? I think I can give you the water. You're getting the water too. Let him drink some of the water. When you finish, put it down instead of putting it on the table. We'll go to the phone in 10 minutes. 10 minutes to the time.
We're bringing news there?
No.
Breaking news.
What's wrong with something? Yeah, this is Gibson Jeru here with a special interview with a special friend and a special guest, Samuel Tweh Jr., the former Minister of Finance and Development Planning. And before he came here today, he said fire was going to blaze on blaze. I don't even know if the blaze is not even down yet. I want your voice on the drug situation, but I want us to conclude this issue about. I want you to assert again the constitutional malaise that engulfed the entire jury process. I know you went in detail to talk about the harm it caused, but you said before we came to this point that this particular detention or the jailing of these jurors is a marching order. And I want you to tell us, does that mean if anybody goes to sign up for jury trial, or when they call a civil servant for jury trial, there might be a fear that they cannot reach certain conclusion for certain clients, for certain defendants?
One of my, he said he talked to his boss. He said, boss, I close the Samuel Tweh. I can't serve the thing. And I say, go tell the people to the court there that you close the Samuel Tweh. So they will not put it there, but I got to send you because of the system we have. So he came to me and said, the way I see the people, minister, of course, when I go serve, they are get on jury, they are CDC man, I will lean that way, but the way I see the government proceeding, clearing juror there, they won't put juror in jail. What thing will put me into jury business?
But we don't even know how many jurors going to be.
I will just go there and just tell the people, I will just tell them something so I can't say. I will just say, I close the Samuel Tweh. So you're moving for
fear that if you acquit someone, the government does not like.
He's saying this before the Friday, but he's just thinking that the whole system right now is a mess. He doesn't want to. There's not the only way he can serve CDC to be on the juror. So he said, I'll just go there and tell them something so they can take me. And we have a juror system. Maybe part of this Samuel Tweh thing should bring about some reform in the jury system, because the jury system is based on the civil service of the country. So that puts the government, whether it's a CDC government, an ANC government, or a UP government, in the advantage, because they control the civil service. Citizens who are not in the civil service can serve as juror. We got to change that. We got to stop that. I would rather see a system where some of the jurors are civil servants, some of the jurors are pamper writers, some of the jurors are medical doctors, some of the jurors are PhD. I would rather see a mix, so that the government doesn't have exclusive control over all 15. As it is right now, the government has control. So one of the other subliminal messages of this whole thing is that job will find a way and discomfort you, make you uncomfortable, so that you either lose your job. So people, those are subliminal messages. Those are the signals that are going. So one, you can't free Mawani Diggs. Yeah, you can already see that now. Mawani Diggs in court. So the juror now are being given a marching order to find Mawani Diggs guilty, even though Mawani Diggs should not be guilty. based on the evidence.
The government are sending them.
The government sending them. The other thing the government can also do is also Samuel Tweh just got a paper yesterday.
Correct.
So
Correct.
it means
and that's a good disclosure.
It's a random process. I believe that it's random because he came to me, he showed me the paper. He said, "My man, the paper." So that means it's still a blind. The government can coming out of their case decide to make it not to be blind. They can start working and saying, "Listen, all jury managers must be exclusively die-hard CDC partisans. UP partisans. We want to macro-manage that whole process so that before you go." But the unfortunate part about that is that most of those people may be rejected, but there's a limit because the defendant guy, I think about 15, maybe about 5 or 10 times to reject. He could run out of that rejection and they overwhelm the jury system with only United Party people. So we need to change that. And I will propose to President Weah, to the broader opposition, Alexander Cummings, to Musa Bilete, that opposition parties look at the jury system in the country as a major platform item to safeguard justice in the country.
Your description make the government an evil genius occupant.
That's why the government just apply evil genius on Samuel Tweh in broad daylight. Listen, even you love Samuel Doe, right?
Oh yeah,
you love the man.
I did.
He was a dictator. We fought against him.
Yeah.
But even Samuel Doe would not have done this. Samuel Doe will convict Ellen Johnson Sirleaf through the jury system or through a tribunal system. He put up that place she will be convicted at. He will not go and Ellen Johnson Sirleaf win, then he come back and say, "Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, I will retry you." Doe was too.
You are telling us Samuel Doe will be more democratically rule of law abiding.
That's correct.
Than Joseph Boakai government.
Because Samuel Doe would have convicted me in the court of law. So in other words, the jurors would have said Samuel Tweh is guilty.
But that makes Joseph Boakai government draconian the way you described it.
That's okay. So there are two benefits for Joseph Boakai government. If Samuel Tweh is not guilty under Joseph Boakai government, the justice minister at his press conference says Joseph Boakai walks out as a hero. So this whole argument about he committed treason.
We're going to go to our next topic because we'll soon be taking calls and you're going to interface with our public. But I just want to ask you this: the other topic I sent you, drugs. When you guys were in power, they said George Weah was a Kush user. He brought Kush, $100 million drug case. What is your perspective today about the drug situation we have?
You know, I will say this. The greatest opportunity President Joseph Boakai had to destroy and obliterate and eliminate the CDC was in the space of drugs. The whole drug team. And to do so in 6. He didn't have that opportunity in agriculture. He didn't have that opportunity in jobs, obviously you can see, in poverty reduction. Any president who takes office, and it's true for George Weah, he's coming back.
Yes.
The greatest opportunity to impact the Liberian people's mind that a president can turn something around quick, that in the space of drugs. If the president said that and said, "No drug will enter this country. I want personal leadership in my office." Mr. This, that thing, appointing the low-level security people, the drug business is so serious that I want to show the Liberian people that in 3 months, they will see drastic change. In 6 months, Boakai could have succeeded in transforming the drug space and making CDC look like nothing. And that was the 150, that would have been the 150-day deliverable. Instead, they made a woman to go say, no car with their stuff, all that stuff. So they lost the opportunity. The first thing that happened is that the whole 9 months of his first year, he had to suspend the DEA, what's his name? All that stuff. It's a lost opportunity. Today,
A.B. Kroma and all that.
A.B. Kroma. We moved from a situation from an opportunity where the president could have transformed the drug space in 6 months to a situation.
He still has
to a situation where he has worsened the drug tobacco in the country.
Wait. What are you talking about? Worsened?
Worsened.
President Boakai worsened?
We were playing with drug entering the country
Yes.
to the tune of 19 million, even 100 million, all that stuff. We are now moving under Boakai now.
To 300 million.
I think it's understated, man. I think that's 600 going. What are you talking about? So that's a worsening situation. I saw Joseph Braga Jariba post talking about we are now going after big boss. Let me tell you, and again, here's an opportunity for the president. Here's an opportunity for the president. I just show you the opportunity that the president.
That's a free advice.
My brother, I'm a country here. I want to solve the country's problems. The country problem should be solved. I'm not interested in the country failing and then Liberian people. The opportunity he has right now is to say that all that drug that was discovered yesterday came through the port of entry. It didn't come through porous border.
No.
It came straight to the national port of authority, through the free port. Mainly through the free port. So if the president wants to show his leadership right now, will say, okay, forget about 600 million they're talking about, forget about we are 100 million, forget about the 90 million. Let me tell you something. No drug will enter through free port of America. I, Joseph Braga, will go sit down there. The whole government shit. No drug will enter the country. Is he prepared to do that? He hasn't done that. So that is why I'm saying everything happening is a joke. Because we now know where the drug came from. It came from through the port. So now ask the question. I know where you say, okay, 100 million came. We busted. So you can't boast about busting because we busted. The question is not, so this is where people can say, listen, CDC and UP can make claim that CDC not good, but UP has not shown any superiority over CDC because they say CDC brought, it just gets worse under UP. If CDC were busting 100 million drug, UP is now busting 600 million. So how is that an improvement? How is busting 100 million mean you had a news title, so it was harder to come in. Now it's free, so more coming in. So we are worsening.
and then what really surprises me, how are they not catching it before it arrives? Why would it always go to a house?
Because they are connected to it, and the president is not showing the leadership to end it. Simple as that. And I'm saying, Waka beginning 3 years, in 6 months' time, a drug comes in the country. It's a recipe to say the CDC should not come back to power. I swear on that one. Clear. Drugs should not come back in this country. There's an argument that France...
Do you have special disdain for drugs?
Listen, it's just a solvable thing. In America, I understand, it's a complex place. Most of the farms around there is complex. France or Europe. In Liberia, it's manageable. Because we have a smaller country and we got a port of entry. We can zero in and make sure nothing comes there. But look where we are. Free Port of Monrovia, RIA are gateways to drug coming in and drug leaving port. And then it goes through the RIA. Look what was happening in the 19 million case. That 19 million, they say what? Several shipments, several stuff are flown out. And there's a whole syndicate. And the government can tell you that they don't know what's going on. The government knows everything. It should arrest everybody. So they cannot boast of doing better for drugs. So they fail massively in the drug space right now. They fail massively in the fight against corruption. So the Liberian people know today that the fight against corruption is cherry picking. Abdullah Kamara from LTA was accused of taking government money and financing Braka's campaign. Yeah. The other day, 12 jurors set him free, and they took him to Buchanan where nobody paying attention. The media ain't covering anything. But they didn't even put the cherry in the blood, and they get a man free.
No, this one is funny. He is in Monrovia, and they relocated the case to Buchanan.
That's correct. So they said, man, let's move it here from the glare of the public. Gibson Cherry there, get B-Mug, St. Witherspoon there, Juliet J there, A.B. Whale there. The more beat me. Look at A.B. Whale, he said all A.B. Whale today after he called A.B. Whale was busted. So y'all carry the thing here, where A.B. there, before they get it, because if I'm a bastard, they're not paying too much attention, it will drop. So that's what happened, because the man is close to the president. So the Liberian people now know that corruption now, the Unity Party attempt to fight corruption was also squandered. President Braga once said, he used the word squander, but squander now is being applied in his administration. He squandered the drug opportunity he had. He has squandered the opportunity to fight corruption. Let me tell you CDC's success in accountability. I will boast, President William will boast. Before CDC, all audits of the consolidated account were disclaimed. Disclaimer is the worst audit grade. It's not even among the grade. What disclaimer mean? The auditor looks at the audit and say, I beg you. Yeah. I wash my hand for them. I ain't able to. I can't make sense of anything. That was the report before CDC came to power. Disclaimer. The auditors
proceeding from the early justice, early government.
They were all the consolidated were disclaimed. The auditor is basically saying the whole revenue structure, the whole expenditure structure, I can't make sense of it. Y'all go ahead, y'all do it. CDC came and worked with the auditor. We moved from disclaimer and we went to what we call adverse opinion. The adverse opinion that you hear the United Party people talking, oh, CDC got adverse opinion. Before CDC, United Party were getting disclaimer. Then we managed, okay, you go on probation. You move from probation, then you come to, you fail.
Yeah.
Right, man?
Yeah. You go on probation so that you will make progress, then you fail again.
Yeah, that's correct. So you move from disclaimer, and then you come to adverse opinion. Disclaimer is worse. It's the worst grade.
Yeah, the adverse opinion, you mean...
Now the worst grade now on the car. The other one part, you're not even on the car, they say, do you want grade? You say, you're too bad. You're not supposed to sit down in class because you can't understand you. Now you come to the point where they say, you can fail. The other one part, they say, you can't even fail. You're worse. They're not taking you because you will not even know how to fail. That's the disclaimer there. The other one say, you're making 50. The other one part, you are making 10, but the one part, you can make, we know how to put grade on you. You're out of the grade system. But with 50, 45, 60, you're on the grade, adverse opinion. Then we moved from adverse opinion, we went to qualified opinion. The 100% or the 90 are unqualified. That's where the country should go. So we structured that whole thing about consolidated audit. That's the beef he got with me. Because we made sure he left the place and we brought in new. Because the rule, we're working with the IMF on my back. And that LSCC was started to my IMF program. So I was serious. I told the IMF, the president has agreed. The president has agreed that even he as president, cannot fire LSCC people. That's how strong we made the law. He will have to go to the Senate, where the senator will have a vote of no confidence in the director of LSCC or the commissioners to move it. The president, as his presidential authority, cannot remove an LSCC people. That we made our law. I made a major contribution to the IMF pressure on my IMF program. And the LSCC are prosecuting me today. I scared of accountability. I'm not scared. So the reputation of the CDC government will be stake on accountability. We fought. We fought to improve the accountability system that you don't buy the benefit for today. We provided the most money to LACC. Go to the budget. The money we provided to LACC, you became equal A. We provided significant money to GHC. Then look at the fiscal outturn. That was don't cut the fiscal outturn for money to LACC in 2024. You will see how much the CDC government gave LACC. $63 million, I think. The following year, LACC started receiving smaller money. We were funding accountability thing in this country. So nobody can say we're afraid of accountability. Okay? So the Unity Party had an opportunity to follow the direction of CDC and not politicize this thing. If you say something to a legal system, but don't use your brute manipulative power as a government to rub it in the face of all the Liberian people just because you're afraid of something to it, just because you're afraid of CDC. You destroy CDC headquarters. But you can destroy the symbolic structure.
You cannot destroy the symbolic structure within the CDC.
No.
Let's see what the Liberian people think about you. We go to the line and call up those of you who want to put your call through. It's 0777907 8871 111
So
yeah, go ahead.
Like I said, 777907907 for listeners, subscribers, callers on 886-029-333. We'll get this person on the line. What is your name and where you call from for the 5 seconds, please?